welcome to Focused Power. This is your interval focus workout 2.3, which means we are going to bring it. So we're going to step right on in there with our warm up. We're going to start with our booty kicks right here. So feet flexed, bringing the heel towards the booty, and then you're going to stretch out these arms and bring them all the way back. So this is an interval focus. We're going to be doing some dynamic moves in there. So we have burpees, we have jumping jacks, we have all the things, high knees, variations of them. So you'll see we actually have a number of these through Focused Power, and they'll get progressively more challenging, right? That's the whole idea of this. 3, 2, 1, take it to a marching high knees here. So bringing the knees up, using your core, and again, bringing your elbows back. We definitely want to warm up our upper body because we're going to be doing some burpee variations using a stool. You might be using a chair. You might be using the arm of your sofa. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I've even used a coffee table in the past, but today I'll be using a stool as long as it's secure, but we definitely want to warm up our shoulders. 3, 2, 1, take it to the side. Side stretch, pushing the booty back as you alternate from side to side. You might put your hands on your thighs for support as you push back. Breathe. And then as you do this a few times on each side, maybe you can find yourself bringing it a little bit lower. Don't force it. Listen to your body, but maybe as you allow your body to relax into this, you might find you get a slightly deeper stretch. I know it takes a few times for me to do this, and I'm like, oh, there she goes. She's ready. One more on the right, one more on the left. I'm gonna add in hip openers here. So you're bringing this into like a half circle, lifting up with the core and bringing it around. You may find the range of motion is small, and that's okay. Just warming that up. And as you continue to do this, you might find and grow into a wider range of motion here. This, I think, is just great for the hips. It's one of those that I try to do almost every day because it's when you sit a lot at a desk, on a chair, your muscles, your hips get tight. This is a yummy one. 2 more on each side, right, left, one more. Awesome. Left. So we're going to do this alternating heel raise, right? So you're going to raise your heels, alternating that over, bending over and reaching. So as I bend my right knee, I'm reaching with my left arm, pushing my booty back, keeping my spine nice and tall. Just getting this nice, yummy stretch happening in the back of the legs. So it's like reach, reach. Like you can make a little dance. What? If I could make a dance out of every single move, I would do it. Like, I would literally be living my best life. A few more. Again, bending and stretching. Oops, now I'm no longer alternating. Yeah, I am. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Bring that up. One more time with the butt kicks. Just gonna cut this in half through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High knees. Just going through each one more time. Again, a lot of dynamic moves in this. So want to make sure that we take the time to make sure things are nice and loose. 3, 2, 1, into our side lunge. Maybe you just glide through this. Yes. I'm feeling good. Chest up. One more. Right, left, into our hip openers. What? Yes. I hope you're ready. This is the first interval workout within Focus Power. So I'm gonna show you a lot of variations, but no, as we progress, I'm gonna show you a lot of different ones too, right? It's just adding levels to it. 3, 2, 1. One more time with the alternating heel raises and reach. I feel warm. And it's okay if you have to stay longer in one of those warm-ups. If you find that you're like this, I'm not quite loose there, take some time. 3, 2, 1, bring this up. Awesome. So we're going through a series of moves. We got about 7 moves that we're gonna jump into here, 45 seconds each, going all the way through them, and then we're gonna repeat. So our first move that we're gonna be doing is a burpee, modified burpee. So it's actually a variation of a burpee. Like I said, I'm gonna be using a stool. You can use a number of different things that you have around the house, as long as it's secure, right? I'm gonna be putting my weight on this, and so I need to make sure she can hold me. That's the number one thing. So we're going to do a jump back. So there's a lot of different variations. Remember, this is your 0.3. Know that if this, you're like, no, I'm not feeling this. Maybe this is the only move where you want to take it down a level. That's okay, and you stay here with us. If you want to go ahead and do a 0.2 or a 0.1, we'll show you other versions with a step back and assist as well. But right here, we're going to jump back. Again, hands right underneath your shoulder. You might grasp, depending on what you're using. If you're using a table or a wider chair, just right underneath your shoulders, nice and secure. And you're gonna jump back. So we have the slight bend of the knee, jump back. Nice. So you notice how I have just a tall spine all the way through, nice and strong. Jump in. Notice how my knees are bent, pushed up, and then you're gonna raise it to the heel. That is the full range of this movement. So we're gonna go into this for 45 seconds, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. So you're back in, lift. You can take this as slow as you need to. If you're bringing this down to something that's at a lower stance, maybe you're bringing this to a coffee table or a chair at a lower seat, take your time with it. Heel raise. Always keeping this bend as you jump back, strong in the core. Jump it up, lift it, there you go. So these are great variations because as we progress through Focus Power and we bring this to the ground, at least you have this sense of form. We've already started building the muscles there. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, going into a jumping jack variation here, where I just want you to bounce it out to the side right here. Come on, join me in this. Here we go. Breathe. Keep it light, right? I'm keeping it light on the balls of my feet. If at any point you need to step it, go for it, just don't stop. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Arm circles. Nice strong stance. Bringing circles forward. So just slight rotation. I'm sitting down in here. Nice tall spine. Circle the arms. You're doing amazing. This is a little bit of an active rest, right? So we went from burpees to some jacks, and now we're bringing it down. 3, 2, 1. Shake it out quick, and then we're bringing it back up into opposite reverse. Arm circles back. Breathe through this. And remember, keep going, keep going. I like that. It's 45 seconds. Remember, we're gonna go through these moves Then we have a second round to go through. So it's okay if you're not quite getting it the first time through. You have a second time. Almost there, 5, 4, and go, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, shake that out. I don't know about you, but I felt that. We're going into our knee smash. So you're gonna bring up this left leg up on the arms here, and you're gonna squeeze it in, really utilizing that core to lift the leg and squeeze that in. Here we go. Bring it in, bring it in. Keeping this stabilized, make sure that there's a slight bend in this stabilized leg, right? You don't wanna lock that out. It's not gonna help you. Have this nice buoyancy in here. And keep it light on this foot as it comes out. It just down and back up. Spring it back up. You got this. We got this. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, other side. Slight bend, here we go. And maybe you feel like you bring this pace up. If this is too slow for you, as long as you're in control here, as long as you don't topple over. And if your arms get tired, just be here, right? You can take this down, or maybe you're like, you know, I have to rest for a second while my legs are good, and then come back in. Just keep moving. Even if you keep going, even if you're here, even if you're like, you know, I just had to stop it for a second, but then come back in. Come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's what I'm talking about. Side squats here. So we are jumping into, I'm like, let's see how we do this here in the camera. So step out to your left, squat. Bring it together, out, right, down, hook together. I got ahead of myself. Here we go. In it. Squatting in. Remember to push the booty back, chest nice and high. Right as you come down, it doesn't have to be low. Come down as low as comfortable for you. Maybe you have a low squat in your body. Go for it. There we go. We're just alternating. Step in, step out, down. Step in, step out. There we go. Keep going. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish this out. Awesome. Last move of the set. We're doing a jack, and then you're going to do a kick forward. So we're going to do half. Right, we're going to do out, raise with your core, kick straight out. So main thing here, like you're kicking the door open, lifting from your core and press that out. You're kicking that out. So here we go. And we're gonna alternate. So right, kick, left, kick. There we go. Yes. This is a combo move. So if you have to slow it down because you're like, Kanoa, I'm confused. Trust me, it's okay. Out, in. So maybe you take it down this first round, but then you come in super strong on the next one. Bam. Bam. There we go. Here we go. Strong. I have to think on this one too. I'm like, what's happening? I'm kicking. I'm jacking. What's happening? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. So go grab a drink of water. Towel down, get your breath under control. There was a lot of different things that were happening in there. There might be new moves, new variations of a move that you really liked, and you're learning for the first time. It's okay, we have another round to go through. Just go through one more time, and you got this. Awesome. So The point is with these is to challenge you where you are, right? Pace it. It's okay if you have to level it somewhere. If some of these variations you're like, that's awesome. Other ones you're like, I might need to take that one move down a bit. Maybe you're like, I need to bump that up. You're like, my body needs more, then give it more. This is for you. And I always say that, I'm always gonna remind you, this is your opportunity to be in the driver's seat. Do what works best and serves you and your body best. I am giving you another 15 seconds. So again, some water, get in that mind frame. Oh, we're about to get this. Because we're starting with our jumpy or burpee variation. I wish there was a jumpy, I don't know. So we're right here. 3, 2, 1, come in it. Remember, hopping back, strong core. In, up, heel raise. That's the other part of it. Because as we bring this down to the ground, you're gonna see there's variations where you can step back, jump back, wherever you are. But it starts with making sure we have this motion down here, secure, wrists under our shoulders, jumping back strong all the way through the body, bringing that up, squeezing, lifting. Every part of this is important, so take your time going through these. Don't rush it. Last one, raise, awesome. Our jack variation. There we go. Breathe. Keep it light. If you have to step it, step it. Maybe you might find you're like, Kanoa, I just want to go full out. You can. Just because I'm not doing it doesn't mean you don't have the permission to do what you need to do. Breathe. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out because we're going into arm circles right here, right now. I'm like, out of all the things that we're doing, I'm like, man, these arm circles. Here we go. Keep it forward. I'm like, this, I'm feeling. This is when you just crank your favorite song and you're just like, yes. Or this is when you tell yourself, I know it's hard, but I got this. I got hard things. And you're not doing this alone. I am here with you, struggling. Oh my goodness. But we can do this. It's all in your mind, right? It's your mind telling you, I can do this. I got this. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out real quick because we got to do the reverse. Here we go. And arm circles back. I love it how it feels so easy at the beginning. You're like, I could do this for forever. And then you can't. And then I can't. Come on. Strong in the core, strong in the mind. If you got to shake it out, but then get back in it. That's the main thing, right? There's nothing wrong with pausing, right? There's nothing wrong with just like, I got to take a moment. Oh my goodness, this is hard. Recognizing that, but then, you know what? I got this, and come back into it. There we go. Almost there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake that out. Oh, you got this. Knee smash. Here we go. Lifting up the left leg. Nice and light here, and in. Smashing that. That's the whole thing. It's like if you had, I don't know why I'm saying this, a pumpkin and you're smashing it against your knee. It is that kind of power and strength. Again, your arms might be tired after that arm circle. I get it. Your shoulders might be like, girl. And if you need to be here. But lifting that up from the core. I'm breathing through. I'm talking to myself too, like, Kanoa, you got this, girl. 3, 2, 1, other side. Don't believe for 1 second that I'm not in this with you. Here we go. Into it and there are days when I struggle. There are days when it's hard for me. And if I'm doing it right, I'm being challenged every day on my journey, even here, showing up with you. So I gotta put in the work. I gotta tell myself all of these things too, that I can do this. And the truth is we can. Again, you need to give your arm a rest, still work that core. Still do this move, get in it, keep on going. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, shake that out. We're going into high knee punches, which I may have missed on the first round. I probably did. And we're gonna lift up here, just like we did at the beginning, but we're adding in punches. Here we are, 3, 2, breathe, and in it. There we go, so lifting the core, punching straight. Give me power. Pa, pa. I'm wondering if tomorrow's upper body. I'm like, There we go. You should be out of breath. You should be feeling this. You should feel that burning, that you're working. That is the point. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Side squat. Here we go. Step it down. Step down. Take your time here. This is not meant to be a fast move, you know, like the knee smash or the jack. Take your time, especially in a squat. Form is huge. Booty back, bringing it down. Knees following the line of your toes. The majority of your weight as you come up, pressing through majority of the heel, but really the whole foot as you press up through that. And up. There you go. Yes. Nice tall spine. And this is a great, right? Because even if you have to just gauge yourself, if you have the chair, it's like coming down and up. Right, that's just a great benchmark of a squat. 3, 2, 1. Awesome, now we're into our last move. What? We're going into our jack punch. So we're here, side, kick. I said punch and I meant kick. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. Kick. I was like all this punching, getting excited. Kick that out through the front, using your core. Bam! So the side jack, you're hitting your obliques and then punching that, kicking that. 4, I feel like I need to add a punch into this because I keep saying it. Yes. Come on. Less than 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What? Woo! Give me some spirit fingers. Give me some, I would say, raise the roof, but my shoulders are like, we're done. We're good. Awesome. Let's come into our stretch. Just tap it out real quick, especially if your heart rate's up. Just bring in that breath, slow it down, but keep your feet moving. You just did some work. You know, and all of that, you really only had one real break, right? And we're doing each of those moves for 45 seconds. And that's what we're doing in the point 3. We're doing these longer segments of time. So if you've done the point 1 or point 2 version, you may didn't notice that it didn't feel quite as challenging, but it's only because we've shaved off a little bit of time. So instead of 45, it's 30. So this really is pushing you, even though utilizing a lot of the same moves. We actually even added moves into the point 3. So not only are you doing the moves for a longer period of time, you're doing more of them. So it is meant to be a challenge, but that is just a testament of how much of a rock star you are, that you showed up, you hung in there no matter what, and you finished. All right, let's come into our lunge. So I'm bringing my right foot forward. I'm gonna use this little support just to kind of show you the options here, but literally bending my right leg. And you don't have to come down low. You actually don't even have to step back quite as wide as I did, but bringing this down. And then you're gonna press that left heel towards the ground, right? Keeping everything nice and tall. But again, maybe you do come back because it's in your body. Again, we're all at different places. Maybe you have to take this left leg out a little bit wider if you find the balance is shaky. But again, that's why having a chair or something, even the wall, right? Like holding on to something that's of support here. And then sink into this. You're gonna feel this through the hip, through the quad, especially as you press that heel towards the ground. And just let yourself sink into it. If you feel like your body is trying to get out of it, if you're gone a little bit too far, bring it up. Step it in a little bit. And then let it sink. It should be this point of, you know, about a 5, 6, where you really feel like it's getting that stretch in there, but it's not pressing too far, and you're definitely not feeling pain. There's a difference between, you know, just discomfort because maybe you've never stretched this part of your body, versus pain. Pain is not what we're going for here, right? Stretching, deep breath, 3, 2, this feels amazing. 1, step it up. Then we're gonna sit back on that leg. So you may have done this before. Sit back on that back leg, your left leg, and then you're gonna lift up this front toe, the front of your foot. You're gonna feel that nice stretch in the back of that right leg. And again, you may support yourself here, have one hand on your left thigh, the other on a chair, a wall, a table, or maybe on the other thigh. Main thing here is not to round the back. You're keeping that nice and straight all the way through, nice and tall and lifted, even bent over. Right, that's one of those things I've had to get used to. It's like keeping, how do you keep a tall spine when you're bent over? I think it's that idea, but really it is keeping that length, right? Pushing the booty back, allowing this to lengthen through. Breathe. Same thing here as you exhale. Maybe your body releases into that stretch a little bit deeper, but not pressing. Maybe if it's too deep, then you come up, right? Lift it up a little bit. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. So like here, right? Left leg forward, right leg back into this lunge, and you're coming down. If you don't have anything to support, you can bring it on both hands on your left thigh. Just keep this nice and lifted. Whatever works best for you. Maybe hand on the hip, supported on something, and pressing that heel, that right heel towards the ground. Maybe it comes to the ground, maybe it doesn't. Again, it may depend on how far back you've stepped back. Now I try to take a pretty big step back just to get some length so I can really feel this in my hips. Just lengthen that out and breathe. Breathing is a good thing. And if you feel like these feel great and you want to do them, you know, maybe you do them if you've been working and at the desk all the time, and then after you get up, you just, you know, walk around and then do some of these stretches just to loosen things up. 3, 2, 1, step it up. Whew. sit it back on that left leg. You know, these are things that stretches, you don't have to reserve them just after a workout, right? There's sometimes I'll be in the kitchen and then waiting for like water to boil, which seems like forever when you're sitting there. And I'll just do some stretches. I think I'll do some quad stretches and just give my body a little bit of self-care here and there throughout the day. Especially if you find like if it's hard to just set out a block to do it for like 30 to 60 minutes, right? I don't have the attention for that most times. So building it in strategically throughout my day and like just these little pockets is really helpful. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. We're gonna do one more stretch here, and we're gonna do quad. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can either just reach back and grab your ankle or your foot, or if you wanna use, since I have the stool here, I might as well show you, you can just bring it up here. And then this, lean into that. Nice, I engage my core and my glutes, tuck it under a little bit, and then I bring it back. So then I feel this stretch in my right quad. Or maybe it's from here, so you feel it, then you lift up your foot and add a little bit of a deeper stretch. Again, just showing you variations of what could possibly work for you. That's my goal here, is just, again, to show you the ways that you can use different things, even ways that you can move your body that may work for you best. I know when I've had injuries, you know, props and variations are like, there's a lot of things. I was just limited in range and flexibility. And that happens in different seasons of my life. And so using things like this, it's amazing. 3, 2, 1, other side. I'm just gonna stay with this chair version again, or you could like hold on to the wall. Maybe that's where you need to be. I'm just appreciating this stool today. There we go. Breathe through it. And you're still working your balance, right? So you do have some activation here. Breathe. Let all of that energy, all those endorphins kind of just seep in. It just does a lot of work. Amazing. 3, 2, 1, bring it down. I mean, literally that was like 30 minutes. Crank, crank, crank. Worked your body, gave it some self-care, all of that in that amount of time, and you hung in there. And I'm so proud of you. So I hope, oh my gosh, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you feel proud of yourself for getting through this. And hopefully you stick in there. I think the next one we have coming up in our third workout is the upper body, but maybe you're just doing, you know, specific workouts. Either way, I will see you next time and be ready to go.